Welcome to episode 10.
11. Episode
11. I screwed it up.
It's really funny because we just talked about this.
All right, let me try again. Welcome to the world of pop, episode 11.
Episode 11 with a huge glass of whiskey. It's been a long couple of weeks. Holiday season for everybody.
I wasn't ready for that one. That's it. But anyway, to welcome the evening, because it's 5 o'clock here where we're filming
Yeah.
in Detroit.
5 p.m. End of the workday. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
What else we got going on? Oh, I want to pull up. All right, we are working on stuff. Okay, to elaborate content.
Oh my
God. We're working on, thank you for 200 downloads.
Yeah, we hit 200 the other night. It was like 3 in the morning. I looked at my phone. I got 4 emails, 4 duplicate emails congratulating me on hitting 200.
Yeah. BuzzFeed?
Yeah, they go crazy with their notification emails.
Or BeanPod? Or wait, I don't remember which one we used.
Buzzsprout?
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
Yeah, that's cool. So thank you for continuing
Thank you, every
to listen.
single one of you listeners out there. We got a lot more content and cool things coming your way. This is just the beginning. We got a lot of stuff in the works, and we hope everyone had a good holiday, some time off. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we're already stuck at home, but I just wanted to shout out to the 200 plus downloaders, listeners, streamers
from all over,
from all the platforms, from Spotify,
yep.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and like all these other ones. Except Google's like been slacking, and like they're like 24 hours behind uploading our stuff.
Yeah, it's really weird. Mm-hmm. But also listeners all over the United States and Canada, and across seas, across the oceans, in several different directions.
All right, we got a really good episode coming up. But before we do, I want to talk about something new that we're going to be bringing out, which is our just like a little beginning of a new team of skateboarders for us that are going to be our skateboard team. We're going to be coming out with pour over, on the go type travel kit that the skaters endorse.
Yeah,
and do kickflips.
It's going to be awesome
because our coffee kicks ass and keeps you fucking stoked.
It's going to be, and not only for skaters on the go, but anybody on the go. You're going camping, hiking,
No, it's
skating.
only for skaters.
It's only for skaters. I rescind my statement.
Yeah, I forgot. That's part of.
Yeah. If you want the hiking kit, it's separate.
I'm fucking around. Anyone can drink our coffee.
Anyone.
Absolutely anyone, except really young children and some pregnant women, maybe. And elderly. Well, no, maybe the elderly will keep their hearts going. All right, anyway, moving on. We got a couple riders we're going to introduce. It's going to be really dope. We got commercials and gear. Everything's lining up. Things are coming together. 2021 is going to be big, and just stay tuned.
Definitely.
But for quickly, I wanted to stop talking about coffee and talk about you and our lives. How were your holidays, Jordan?
My holidays were all right. It's
all right.
Today is it was okay. It was great. New Year's hasn't happened yet. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. I don't have any real plans. I think I'm going to be roasting coffee, actually, which is a thing.
Likely story.
A thing that I'm known to do from time to time. But no, Christmas was really cool. I was really on the fence last week about going up to visit my parents. I just got a bunch of work done to my car, and at like 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, I decided on a whim. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. And I showed up to their house at like 6:30 in the morning. Nobody thought I was coming. I walked in on my dad putting on pants,
Just
everybody was thrilled.
He was putting on pants.
And by everybody, I just mean, my parents and my siblings. I had intended on leaving that same day.
Why did you surprise them?
I love surprises, man.
You're just a surprise guy?
Yeah. A few years ago, side trail a few years ago, at a party, I made my good friend Savannah help me wrap a set of cutting boards that I told her I was giving to my mom. Mm. And then like 2 hours later, I told her I had to go out to my car to get her gift. And I brought back in those same cutting boards that she had to wrap herself. Great surprise. But anyways, they were surprised. They loved it. They were super excited. I was planning on coming back down.
A nice surprise, like your son coming home for the holidays is
walking in right when everybody wakes up,
Well, you're such a good son.
And then my car broke down.
And then
my car broke down. One day. I was supposed to be up there for like 14 hours, and I was there for like 4 days.
Oh, wow. So it extended your stay.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thing that happened. I had a lot of stuff to do.
Did you get your car fixed at least?
Nope,
Come
not
on.
yet.
Oh man, buy more coffee so Jordan can get his car fixed.
Please.
Anyway, uh, long story short, so you did have a good
I had a
Christmas
phenomenal Christmas. It was wonderful. I got
amidst the car trouble.
the nicest socks and underwear.
That's always nice.
And some.
Mom,
I got some Sudoku toilet paper that I've been meaning to bring into here.
what you wipe with it?
I don't know. I
You play and then wipe?
I'm thinking, but like I only use a pen, and I don't know if I want to use like toilet paper that has ink all over it. I think it might be bad for me.
That you might have, yeah, the pen ink. It could cause cancer. I don't know. We're gonna move on. Anyway, so our first section is really awesome, and I'm really excited for it because it's your section, so I get to take a back seat and let you take the reins of the podcast. And I'm gonna intro it though right now. Are you ready to get your notes? Your notes.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I got
you got
it.
them?
Don't worry.
Got them?
I got it.
All right. Number one section for today, episode 11, Espresso History by Jordan.
That was a really exciting title and intro. So
I know.
I know that we're a pour-over company, but Josh and I also love espresso, and a lot of people really do too.
I love
Very
it.
versatile kind of coffee. There's a lot of things that you can do with it.
It's a sexy kind of
But
coffee.
we're going to go back to when espresso began and what espresso is.
Bring it back.
Oh, yeah. Good sound effect.
Yeah, see, I'm working on these.
So espresso didn't really exist, actually, before the espresso machine. So they kind of went hand in hand.
What?
Because,
wait, can you restate that again?
Yeah, espresso didn't really exist before the espresso machine.
So espresso is prior to the espresso machine.
Yes.
Okay.
I
just want to make sure, layman's terms. That's crazy.
The sole purpose of the espresso machine, get this, was to make espresso. They wanted to make coffee faster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Prior to that, you'd go out to get a cup of coffee, and it would have been batch brewed, or, maybe you would have had to wait up to 5 minutes for a cup of coffee.
Wow.
People wanted it fast. So, a gentleman by the name of, let's see if I can read this correct, Angelo Moriando,
Good
who
job.
actually has no more machines. He actually doesn't have there's no photographs of any of his machines or anything anywhere. But apparently, he created it. He only made them for himself. He didn't make them for other people. He didn't sell them. He used it in a train station, I think.
Wow. So what year was this?
I didn't mark the years, but I believe it was the 1880s.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to find.
Yeah. So it was a steam-powered machine. It was a giant water boiler that was, powered over an open flame. Crazy. Two gentlemen later, actually one gentleman and then another, Luigi Berezza.
Oh, yeah. I got him
Bezzera, who's largely credited. The first man is kind of like a folklore thing. Like he was just kind of a minor guy who made a few machines and then used it, He didn't commercialize it.
Get this lighter going.
So Luigi Bezzera,
my dude,
was a maker of liqueur. He was actually a liquor man, my kind of thing. And he started getting into building espresso machines and improving the design, and he got it down. He got it a lot better than the other guy did.
Yeah.
Credited with that, he started selling them. He had a workshop out of Milan.
Milanese.
In Italy.
He was a Milanese inventor, Luigi Berezza.
Yep, and he unfortunately couldn't really sell the machines like he wanted to, So he needed a guy to market for him and make a business. Helped him open a cafe, helped him open the workshop where he produced these machines on a larger scale.
Yep.
There
you go.
That man's name, I'm not going to pronounce his first name because that looks incredibly difficult.
You try to pronounce names.
But his last name is Pavoni.
Pavoni.
And eventually, Bezzera sold out. Pavoni really commercialized it, built bigger factories, made a lot of machines, and kind of was responsible for exporting espresso machines outside of Milan.
Okay.
I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, in Michigan here, it's Milan.
Milan. Yeah, there's actually a town 20 minutes south of Ann Arbor called Milan.
Yeah, but that's the proper pronunciation. Same spelling on both. Very weird. Little known thing Michiganders might know. Anyway, or Italians. Yeah, we're hopefully saying everything right.
Most of that. There's one more notable man after
Yeah, tell me about him.
Pavoni, who was the guy that was responsible for really pushing espresso machines to a larger audience. His last name was Gaggio. Am I pronouncing that right?
I believe so.
He really improved on the designs. He was the guy that invented pressure valves. He really innovated the steam wand. He was the first person to make an espresso machine that was not used with an open flame for the boiler. Really reduced the size of them. I believe that these machines were the ones that people started really steaming milk on.
Okay, so like what we know as an espresso machine today.
And that was post World War II. So modern espresso. He was also he built the first machines that were able to achieve pressure above 9 bars or at 9 bars, which is technically what a lot of people consider to be actual espresso.
Wait, what do you
mean
bars?
Above 9 bars of atmosphere. Atmosphere. So
okay, yes.
9 bars of atmosphere is what people classify espresso
sure
as.
It's
coffee brewed with 9.
I know what you're saying, but I want
9 times what our atmospheric pressure is goes into making espresso.
9 times.
Yeah. He invented pressure release valves. Prior to that, it could be achieved with levers.
Yes.
But that's a huge
Can we bring up this guy?
pain.
That people might know his name, Biolotti?
Biolotti?
Yeah. The mocha pot.
Yeah.
So by the late 1950s, most Italians consumed coffee at home. Just to pick up on the time frame, because you left off there. But so let's go to 1950, after World War II, or during, actually, the mocha pot was built by Alfonso Biolotti in 1933, and I just bought another mini one the other day. Like, they're one of the coolest little devices.
I saw that. I love them.
Yeah, I use that. And it makes an espresso that rivals these machines that we just discussed and their entire history and how they came to be.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I was kind of making sure that we were, all our facts were right, as we did, and you killed it.
Yeah.
And it ends with that, though, here, that there was them there, and they invented the mocha pot.
Yeah.
So.
Which, I love the mocha pot. A lot of people would say technically that's not espresso.
They call it an Italian coffee maker, but it is espresso. And so like, we're working on fixing up a espresso machine too, I wanted to mention.
Oh, yeah. I have a Rancilio Epica, 1 group head. Don't know what's wrong with it. I've replaced the pump. Clean the solenoids out.
Yeah, what's next?
Checked all the electrical connections. So I think the next part, I think we might need to replace the whole solenoid. Or the plunger inside there that the solenoid activates.
If anybody has any information on what model?
The Epica.
The Epica.
Mm-hmm.
Hit us in the comments.
That's right.
Jordan fixes espresso machines. We love to tinker.
I do. I'd like to get better at it, but in order to do that,
I
need more broken espresso machines.
Yeah, we'll love to help you if you have issues with yours, or anything, just talk shop about espresso machines.
Oh, yeah.
The history of espresso machines, which leads us to our next section, which is kind of going to explain more Italian. This is a really good Italian episode.
Yeah. You're Italian, aren't you?
Partly. My mom's side.
You're from Boston?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Originally. But they were by way of Rhode Island, the Italians in my family. Anyway, the point of the story is, yes, I'm Italian and Jewish and Russian or something. I don't even, we're American. I'm none of those things.
We should take 23andMe tests on air.
I'm down. I kind of wanted to. My grandma took one and she found the Italian grandmother found lost relatives.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Huh.
You need that?
I do.
Yeah, I need some H2s. Can you hook me with that? All right, we're going to get into the next section. The next section is also Italian in the way that most of the drinks in the coffee, on the menu at your local coffee shop, are Italian, if you didn't know that. There's a few French and Latin words thrown in there, but for the most part, when you order, you're, naming off Italian names. So, let's get into number 2 section, which is just kind of the history of our favorite coffee drinks names, where they came from. I'm hyped on this. So, what's the number one? Let's start at the beginning. The base of every coffee drink is an espresso, and we just talked about how espresso machines came to be, how espresso was existed before the espresso machine, and there was kind of a return to form at the end with the mocha pot.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I brought that up.
Yeah,
Is it right?
definitely.
What's old is new again, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So, espresso can be made fancy or on stovetop. The bottom line is it's just one shot of espresso in an espresso cup. It's the foundation, most integral part of every espresso-based drink.
And what are the espresso-based drinks, Josh?
Here we go. Well, we got a macchiato. We're going to start with macchiato.
You mean that thing I get from Starbucks?
No. A real macchiato is an Italian word meaning marked or spotted. Essentially, an espresso with a little something extra.
That's right.
Well, something extra.
Like a little dollop
Wink.
of cream, little dollop of foam, little
Wait,
dollop of milk.
I'm having trouble winking. Oh yeah, a little dollop. That'll do it. Here, let me give you my next favorite one, which is a cortado. A cortado is a beverage consisting of espresso mixed with roughly equal amount of warm milk. The word cortado is the past participle of the Spanish verb cortar, to cut, in the sense of to dilute, and it can refer variously to either coffee or espresso. So this is actually Spanish or Portuguese origin language, and one of the drinks that's not Italian, but we'll get back to the Italian names. So the next one, which we talked about in our prior episode, is the Americano.
Americano.
Right? You love Americanos. So I love an Americano. They were actually created in the soldiers, right?
Yeah, during World War II.
Yeah.
My
grandfather.
soldiers, the Allied soldiers.
Wasn't in that theater, though.
Would come over, they would be in the area, they would be
Yeah.
in Europe, they would be looking for coffee. They would go in, they would get espresso.
Okay.
They would order a coffee, they would get an espresso. They kept getting pissed off because, that's not coffee to Americans
No,
who are drinking,
Yeah.
drip coffee.
They were like, whoa, what is this?
So European cafes started mimicking American coffee, not by just making drip coffee, but by making Americanos, which, as we all know, is
Just
hot water
with
to dilute espresso.
Yeah, with an espresso shot extracted on top of the water.
Yep.
There's a popular but unconfirmed belief. Yep, that's exactly what we just said. Yeah, it's just to weaken the taste by the soldiers.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to another one, which I think you have some knowledge on too, is the cappuccino. So it's similar to a latte, as we all love and know, but there's more foam and chocolate placed on top of the drink. A cappuccino is generally served in a cup rather than in a tumbler glass. Well, it comes from the Latin cappuccinum and is the diminutive form of cappuccino in Italian, meaning hood or something that covers the head. Thus, cappuccino reads small capuchin. It does not get its name, though, however, from the hood, but from the color of the hooded robe was worn by the monks. And that's the weird part about this drink, that it's got a weird religious monk thing.
The capuchin.
The cappuccino is the capuchin.
The capuchin monks. Yeah. Apparently they would go to
it's
cafes.
The color.
They would
the
come down from the Capuchin Mountains or Capuchin Hills region in Italy, I believe.
Monks and nuns of the Capuchin
and they would order their coffees like this from espresso shops, and eventually they were started to call cappuccinos because the color of the coffee mixed with the milk and having that little bit of cocoa powder or chocolate sprinkled on top resembled the color of the robes that they wore.
Yeah, their color of their robes is like this brown that's very mocha-y and looks like on top of an
If you've ever
espresso.
seen like
I'm looking their wiki up right now.
Like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and all of those guys, they kind of look like it.
Friars, yeah,
just robes, just robes.
Friars,
when you think of like,
Speaking of which,
dude, you're a friar.
Anyway, I am fried. Look, these dudes wore these monks wore robes that were the color of the drink and the cappuccino, more or less. Prove me wrong. I don't care. The bottom line is that this cappuccino is delicious. Like, all these cappuccinos, not this. I don't have. Actually, I have a nice coffee.
He's drinking a cappuccino right now. For
No,
those
I
of
have
you
a
that
nice
can't
coffee.
see at home.
It tastes like it's got the creamer. It makes it taste like
Josh
frappuccino.
Josh gets to the office today, hands me his Yeti. I look tired, I'm sleepy. Hands me his Yeti, and he's like, "Here you go, man. I got some iced coffee if you want it." And I'm expecting it to just be like some good, like just regular iced coffee. So I go to take a big gulp.
Are you trying to say it's not good?
It's just I expected it to have the consistency of water and be like really refreshing, and it wasn't. It was like room temp iced coffee with a bunch of cream in it. And don't get me wrong, it was delicious. But
it was
just
delicious.
It was just so off-putting.
For you.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm a big fan of black iced coffee.
I am too.
Also,
I'm a big fan of all various types of iced coffee.
I like a lot of iced coffees.
Yeah, no, I actually, I think I said in one of our episodes that I'm a hot drink guy, and I think that's changing.
When I drink something sweet...
We're so off topic
When I drink something sweet, I want it to be cold.
What's the topic?
Wait,
hold on. Here.
Beverages.
Anyway, mocha.
Sorry, long day. Mocha.
Mocha. This is actually a really cool one. So the mocha drink is a mix of cappuccino and hot chocolate. But the name has nothing to do with coffee or chocolate and has origins of early as 1773. It was a very popular coffee bean in Europe, the mocha.
Yeah.
It's named after the port of Mocha al-Mocha in Yemen, where the beans were shipped.
Yeah.
All right, the cafe latte, or in America, a latte. Like if you just ask for a latte, it's a cafe latte. An espresso-based drink with steamed milk and microfoam. However, if you asked for that in Italy, you would just get a cold or warm glass of milk because it needed to be a cafe latte, where here it's just latte. We drop the cafe, it's just latte.
Does latte mean milk?
Yeah. In Italy, latte means milk. So that's that. An affogato I wanted to mention is something cool. It's a dessert coffee you might order somewhere that you basically place a large scoop of ice cream with a single or double shot of espresso over it, and it's the Italian word for drowned in ice cream.
Drowned. Huh. Wait, it specifically means drown in ice cream?
No, it just means drowned.
Oh, drowned.
But as far as an affogato, you're drowning in ice cream. It's dope.
Huh.
I'm going to go make one when I get home. With the mocha pot.
Yeah?
I could do that.
And your Talenti layered ice cream?
I love them.
I don't know. You guys that don't know this at home?
What? Nobody knows this. I don't know. You're out of your... All right, so I'm a big sustainability person here. I love to reuse things.
I love it. I've got Talenti jars at my house, too.
They make great Tupperware.
I'm just... The amount of Talenti jars that you have is insane to me. This man has, like...
Bro, I've been giving away, though.
99 Talenti jars in his cabinets.
Gosh, I'm going to have a drink. All right, so, honestly, I think both of us, we really had this was a good Italian episode so far.
This was a good Italian episode.
Yeah. Cheers to Italy, man.
Do we have any,
all the Italians. We just want to shout out to the contribution that Italy has made to
Italy's been a great friend to the
espresso.
world.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And the food's awesome. I mean, otherwise,
awesome.
But of course the coffee is too. But the last few things we wanted to talk about, I believe, are AeroPress.
AeroPress.
You've been dabbling.
Yeah, I got, Josh got an AeroPress for me the other day. I haven't used an AeroPress in years.
Hey!
And
it's pretty lit.
I like them.
What I tried is pretty lit.
Yeah, and I've been doing a lot of, until we get this espresso machine fixed,
it's the water.
I've been using this AeroPress. It's been a lot of fun. I'm going to keep using it. I think we're going to put together a whole review. We might put together some brew tutorials, video tutorials on how to use an AeroPress properly.
Yeah. We were going to do a whole review right now, but I think that we're going to hold on to it to do it with a video in their next episode. So, our upcoming episode. We're making so many episodes that it could come up in one of the upcoming episodes. But what we're going to do is show you how to use an AeroPress, basically. Yeah. And
I know a lot of people that
on YouTube.
Hate AeroPresses because, to be honest, if you don't use it right.
I know, I get a lot of people that hate
them. If you don't use it properly, there's a lot of ways that you can fuck up an AeroPress really easy. And I want to show you how to make it good, Dude,
there's been brew reviewers that I feel have butchered people's coffee and just leave bad reviews because they didn't know how to use their AeroPress. So I want to dive into it because my dad, shout out Dad. He's not watching this on. He has on Instagram. But the thing is, this he's definitely listening. But the thing is, Dad and Mom are AeroPress connoisseurs at this point.
Yeah,
and so
I was
use
really,
them as my like.
I was really
testers.
surprised when you told me.
No, he's like really been into it.
Thank you, Richard, for using an AeroPress and
that's how we know
loving
our stuff
coffee
pops on an AeroPress.
Bam, pop.
Wait, I can't do it today. My lips are chapped. That was embarrassing. That's good though. I'm happy about everything going on. But so anyway, we're gonna do an AeroPress review. This is the preview, but so far so good. But you can make a so just explain why you should buy an AeroPress real quick before, because you can do everything with it really.
Yeah, I mean the amount of pressure that you can achieve on an AeroPress is like.
It's
pretty, it's pretty high, if not more than like those primitive espresso machines I was talking about that couldn't reach.
Yeah, so I guess to
bars.
enhance our previous entire episode, to like go a step further with espresso. This is the espresso episode, really, in a weird way. Like we talked about espresso drinks, espresso machines, the history of espresso.
I'm really excited to have
because we are
our own espresso machine.
Yeah, we're working on an espresso machine, and we're working on a pop coffee espresso as well, but we just want the perfect blend and we haven't quite dialed it in. So anyway, coming soon. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I honestly believe that's literally it. Unless you have anything else you want to say, I think we're done.
Who are we having on the show next week? David Blaine, street magician. So. Everybody stay tuned for David Blaine next week.
All right. All right, you've had enough to drink.
And until then,
all right.
It's always a great time for a cup of coffee.
Nailed it.